Lesson 2. Understanding the current world condition. The world is starved for true talent and innovation. And this is no further from the truth. Our current circumstances include everything that shapes the world that we are in today, whether those circumstances or events are still in place, the impact or the effect of them still linger. This includes everything from the pandemic to the worker shortage to the war in Ukraine, supply chain disruptions, computer chip shortages, major tech industry layoffs, arguments over US policy, rising interest rates, and loads of uncertainty. You must keep in mind that this uncertainty creates opportunity for disruption. Well, what is disruption? As per the Oxford Dictionary, disruption is, as it pertains to business, is simply defined as radical change to an existing industry or market due to technological innovation. It is said that uncertainty brings the greatest opportunity for disruption. It's almost a revolution of sorts. So for that reason, you got to understand that uncertainty prompts people to want change. For that reason, they're open to trying something new. Technology is pushing out the old, outmoded business models and bringing in new innovative methods to either fulfill an aspect of business better or efficiently. An example would be how Amazon has totally reshaped our expectations about everything. I can remember a time in which, I can order a package and, oh, okay, yeah, it'll be here in 6 to 14 days. Terrific. Now, if I go to order something and it says 6 days, it's 6 days? Why? Because Amazon has reshaped the way we think about fulfillment. Most packages are delivered in 2 to 3 days, and in some cases, the same day. So you have to keep in mind that when you move into this new era that we are in, and if you don't move into it, it's going to push you into it, you have to be open-minded. And we see a lot of the larger companies suffering from not being open-minded or shifting, or they may have been open to it, but they are what I like to call TBTP, which is too big to pivot. You don't want to be that. So consider all the companies that have gone bust because they couldn't pivot. We have companies that have been around for over 100 years or nearly 100 years, and they have gone bust, gone out of the days in which we could go to the local mall and shop at the department store. I mean, there are still some department stores and there are still some malls. I was born in the 80s and it is like night and day. It is nothing like the amalgam of malls and shopping centers and department stores like when I was growing up. And I'm not that old, but it's, I have to acknowledge, we live in a different environment now. So consider all the companies that are going through massive layoffs, and this is even in the tech space. And a lot of them are trying to lean up because it helps the company thrive. Or again, they have an issue with pivoting. So the gap between those that go bust and the layoffs is where you come in. And your idea is to supposedly create innovation within a space that needs you to enter and crush it, i.e., make something better or enhance an experience that already exists. Why? Because everyone is distracted, or all the other businesses are distracted with the balancing act. In other words, the companies that are well established are trying not to go bust, while the companies that have failed have already exited the market. So this creates an opportunity for you, someone who's presumably going to be a youthful company, and I don't mean in terms of your chronemics or your chronological age, but what I mean is in terms of a new company doing something that may have been around a very long time, just a new way. Let's consider Blockbuster. Blockbuster was a neighborhood video juggernaut that was until Netflix came on the scene, and Netflix ate their lunch. So, in other words, don't be fooled. Just because a company has dominated a certain industry or maybe even carved out that industry for themselves for a very long time, and the company is large or what appears to be robust, does not mean it's immune to disruption. Everyone is subject to. So just look at the change that has been brought about amongst our technological developments with ChatGPT. And now, for that reason, we see a lot of other companies emulating those companies or emulating ChatGPT or adopting chatbots or a different realm of technology, even Google. Google had to put on their seatbelt, and many would consider them a leader in the technological space. So you must understand that all it takes is for one maverick to come into the sphere and get the ball rolling, and you have an entire industry grappling to remain relevant.